is it? Who is it? Why is it? Here we go. What's going on? This is Shang, and Pedro's over there trying to act like nobody can see his ass, but we can see him. We can see you.
Like a zebra whose stripes blind him from the lion and the tall blue blades of grass. So does Black Pedro sit unannounced, unaware to his audience that he's even there, stalking, lurking, looking.
Excuse me, excuse me, nigga chameleon. You're right there.
Nigga million.
Nigga million. That's what you are. Savage AF in the building. What's going on? I'm Shang.
I'm Black Pedro, man. You know what it is, y'all.
It's a Friday.
And we're here Monday through Friday. So this is the end of the week for us. Mondays and Fridays, we're on at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Tuesdays through Thursdays, we are on at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
6.
I appreciate everybody jumping in here early, man. Breezy JJ, Gianni, Wendy, love you. Lady Hazel, love you. Who else is in here? We building. Serious Jess, I see you, sir. Yo.
So we got Serious Jess.
As the crowd builds while the arena fills.
I hope I'm saying Kassar's right last name. Kassar.
I say Kesar. I don't
know. It's no, that's definitely a cool name. Hi, I'm
Taylor Miranda Kuchadamas. What up, man?
Kuchadamas, yo. We're gonna talk about some shit today, but it just keeps piling on. I don't want it to be. It's not gonna be a downer show. I don't want to be a downer show because that would be a downer. But I'm just saying. But goddamn, the world is god.
Yeah, you know it's heavy, and yeah, Serious Jess. We operate on drinking standard time. So cheers to you guys.
Hey, what's up, Wendy?
I'm drinking rosé made by, and this is just a
plug,
an unabashed plug, but it's called Black Girl Magic, and I saw it on the shelf and was just like, oh well, fuck it, and it's made by sisters who are sisters, and also vinters. So vinter sisters who are sisters.
Is it good though?
Yeah, actually, it really is. It's crisp but floral. I'm used to more like dry rosé. I prefer. But
by the way,
this is a little bit floral.
Does anybody know what the fuck he's talking about?
Well, you can tell by the color, like it's had like more skin contact than like a
more skin contact. What kind of freaky wine is that?
Yeah, you know what it is.
That is a freaky
wine. A rosé
wine
from France, but I'm gonna shout out Black Girl Magic, man.
Well, shout out to Black Girl Magic.
Hey, fellas, and don't be afraid of that rosé. If you're sipping it with the homies, it's just called brosé. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
get down with the homies, man. A little brosé, pinkies up.
It doesn't you won't be dancing and throwing sparkle in the air if you drink it. Savage AF and that too. But Savage AF, make sure you subscribe to the show. And if you don't subscribe to the show, you know what it is? You're gonna get jumped by a bunch of drunk dwarfs. This is what you need to do right now. That's what I was trying to do. Yes.
You're rejected from your own family reunion, even if you're hosting it. You know what I'm saying? So like, be careful if you don't subscribe. Click the notifications and like the episodes. You know what I'm saying?
Make sure you like the episodes. Yeah, that's an important part too.
You're in the house. Okay, new name for us.
Let me see.
You from Boston? You know what I'm saying?
But here, hit this. It's called like, subscribe. Also, you can check us out on all the different platforms that whole podcast, which are iTunes, Stitcher, Slacker, Google Play, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and
SoundCloud. Yeah.
Okay, that was it. I think we hit a new note that's never been hit. I don't think there's ever been one that hit like that. Also, make sure you follow at Black Pedro, and make sure you follow at Comedian Shang on the IG. And also, if you look at the scroll down below, you can see scrolling, Savage AF Radio. Make sure you follow us on the IG. And if you don't, you stink. You're a bum. You'll never be the champ. You got to get out there and make sure you're subscribed. And if you don't, you're a bum. You'll never win the fucking fight.
There you go. And Roxbury is from Boston. See, I be knowing my neighborhoods. That's
I
like
know
the
Boston.
black. That's like the black neighborhood in Boston.
I did shows in Boston.
It's the hood in Boston, son.
I did a place called Nick's Comedy Stop in Boston, and I did the theaters out there. Yeah, they don't like the blacks that much. They're not a big component. They're not big components of the blacks.
Teresa Mays, we see you as well. Yeah, you know what it is, y'all. So Savage AF, man. So you can follow us on, wherever you get your podcast.
Yes.
On the YouTube page, if you miss us live Monday through Friday, YouTube and Facebook, you're welcome.
Yes.
Simultaneously.
Now we're gonna jump into the show, but
no, we're not. No, we're not.
No, wait. Are you gonna do that first, or you want to do it later?
We're gonna do it first and later, and later on.
Shit, goddamn
it! Now listen, Shangry, Amazon Prime, Amazon Prime. Get at it. Make it your whole weekend. Speaking of family reunions, have everybody over, and then have them watch it one at a time, individually. All right, not in one room. We need all the downloads. So have everybody watch it. Have a virtual thing,
all the views.
Virtual watch party with Shangry. And you can have all your family on Zoom. And y'all can laugh together. However, if you're not vaccinated or whatever. But Shangry, it's on Amazon Prime right now. It is the special. I'm gonna call it the special of the year. Yes, no matter what comes out.
So far, because I think I'm one of the only specials that came out that seems to be doing a little bit of noise. But with your help, it'll do a lot of noise. Make sure if you watch the show, make sure you rate it and review it. Very, very important, because it helps with the algorithm and also keeps me high up in the queue. That's the name of it. Also, there's a young man. I'd like to say right here, welcome to Harlem and the Apollo Theater. We got some black star power in the building. And I want to let you know right now, there's a young man who has an album out that is really screaming up the charts. You don't usually see talent like this all the time. It's once in a millennium. I want to say right now, make sure you buy the album. That's right, the album. It's in the beginning, but it always ends up funny. Black Pedro begins. Yeah, did you see that intro? Nobody gives an intro like me. I'm Stevie Rocks.
There you go.
Yeah,
appreciate y'all, man.
Who the fuck?
theblackpedro.com/shop, and that's where it goes down. Album. Teresa May says Shangry was superb. Kuchadamas made a slut nuggets reference. If you're not up on it, get up on it.
Yeah.
Nuggets, that's one of my favorite joints, man.
Oh no, yeah. You know what? It's wild. I'm in the CVS and somebody goes, Shang! Like that.
There you go. Just yell at you.
Hey, nigga. Slut nugget. And so that's the funny part of seeing people doing it, like, hey, man. It's a drunk dude. Hey, man, I watch your shit. He do the little dance. Like, nigga, what are you doing? We're in CBS.
Why are you?
And then he said, is that your son? Gay, your papa is funny. Hey, man. He do a little dance. I'm like, the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Also, just real quick, if you're in the LA area tonight, I will be working. I know this is a weird place to say I'm doing a gig, especially with my mouth. I'm in Silver Lake at the community church with Jimmy Shin, the Shindig show tonight at 8:00. Me, Eliza Schlesinger, Whitney Cummings, Jeff Ross tonight. 2930 Hyperion Avenue, Los Angeles in Silver Lake. Boom. Let's get it going.
Shang is at the community church. Amen, brother. Amen.
I'm probably gonna step on the grounds and then one of my feet are gonna catch on fire. So we're gonna jump right into it. Thank you guys for watching the special. Thank you also for making sure that you make Pedro go platinum. That's what I want. Pedro to go platinum. I want him to at least.
Right now I'm just looking for aluminum. So we'll build it from there.
Copper would be good. Coppers are good.
It's useful. It's a useful conductor.
Yeah.
It's part of the 5G thing. So buy copper right now.
And also it'll fry a portion of your brain. So I don't know if you heard that about 5G. We're all gonna end up either dying or being robots. So
or both. We're gonna die as robots.
Okay, wait a minute. Why does Kuchadamas have to make it sound like it's bad? I'm doing a church.
He said, Shang in a fucking community church. Get the fuck out of her.
I got clean material. Settle down.
Shang doesn't always talk about rhino rape. It's only here.
It's just here.
It's only here.
I don't have any rhino rape material that I'm going to talk about my son. I'm going to still talk about the country. I got a really new funny joke about January 6th insurrection. The people, if you come, you'll see. So, definitely. Thank you for all your support pertaining to not only subscribing, but the show. But I forgot one more thing, Facebook. We are very lucky that the Facebook's been growing leaps and bounds, the fan page. So make sure you go to Facebook. It's Savage AF, okay? Savage A.F. And you'll see our pictures. Make sure it's easy. It's free. Subscribe. Bam. Let's
change your life today, y'all.
Yeah. So let's jump into the show. We're about to give you the...
Oh, shit. Yeah, we do a show.
You don't want to run down.
We do a show.
You run up. Ha!
Savage AF, y'all. It is April 16th, 2021. Yes. It's a Friday. You know what it is, man. Black Pedro, Shang. We're going to end today with the SHANGRY, and it's going to talk about a norm that shouldn't be normal at all. And that's probably has something to do with America.
Yeah. Yes, I know. It's like another some shit.
Another layer of America I'm going to talk about is them.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's going to leave that word in that title out there.
Yeah, we don't have any music. We don't have any music clearance, so I got to do the music a lot of times. Yeah. So if he says "damn," I go, "dun dun dun," then you got to shake your hand. Okay, so that was it.
But before we get into that, we're going to talk about the rising sun. Biden. And President Biden, that is, and the Japanese Prime Minister Suga, they met today at the White House. Stop playing. This is the first.
That's how they sound.
Foreign diplomat foreign leader. I'm sorry, that has come to the White House in the Biden administration, and I think it's important. We'll talk about it. But before we get into that, April 16th, 2021, Friday, Savage AF, Black Pedro, Shang. We're going to start out today talking about a very special delivery. And when I say special, I mean just mentally ill. DeadEx, mass shooter at a FedEx facility in Indianapolis. And he kills 8 people. 8 people. Former employee.
And also 8 people and injured a ton of others. Just absolutely whack-a-dack-a-dack-a-dack-a-doo. It is it's absolutely wackadoo.
For those who remember, yesterday my pop-in was about me going shopping, and actually I talked about shopping for stocks and buying some. But I remember, I think it was Kucha Damas who guessed yesterday that I bought another gun and some ammo. I didn't buy a gun today, but I did buy some ammo, right? Like last night, I saw that Redstone Firearms, shout out to them, had some 12 gauge slug on sale. I was only able to get 1 box online, but it was ready, so I went to go pick it up, and I got a few more boxes once I was there. Talked to the fellas, shout out.
Yeah, Redstone, mad cool. Even though I couldn't get a gun, I'm a little upset, but go ahead.
But yeah, and yes, Teresa Mays, I do have rubber bullets for my 12 gauges, but it's like, what's the point of that? Yeah. That's like last resort.
Yeah, I'm not trying to.
I guess it should be first resort.
No, it shouldn't be first resort.
I do have 1 mag with 2 rubbers up front, and then the rest.
Man, it ain't about deterrent.
It's about if the first two don't tell you.
This motherfucker went ham, man. He went ham. A lot of people killed. A lot of people injured. And it's just getting like it. This is what it is. This is can't cross the police tape.
So most likely we're going to have Jonathan Solomon from Redstone Firearms on next week to talk about many things, because there's a lot going on with guns right now, especially here in California, but then definitely nationally with these mass shootings. But I've entitled this episode USA, United Shooters of America. This is just, and we'll get into our next topic, or This is
as
sort
we
of
go. Yeah, it's
a thread towards our next topic. But today, Biden was talking about, as he did a joint press conference with the Japanese Prime Minister, about what a global embarrassment these shootings are, and how the GOP, especially the Senate, needs to take up the House bill that has been passed, about,
right.
sort of gun reform.
But you know why? Because the Grim Reaper, aka Bitch McConnell, is still, aka Turtle Face, aka looks like he's holding a fart in, aka one of the goofiest looking motherfuckers in the world. Looks like he's wearing a human person suit over his turtle fucking
his turtle.
Look at his face. It don't look like that's real. It looks like it's fake shit over. His eyes look like they're pasted on. Fucking weirdo. And he takes pride in blocking anything that comes through the Senate. He's a cunt. And when I see him, run hands. Merry Christmas. I'm just saying. I just can't believe this motherfucker, man.
Speaking of shootings, Queen Bee says 2 people were shot at the DMX ceremony in New York.
What?
Come on, man. That's a lot.
Niggas be shooting.
Okay, so as a fairly reasoned gun owner who over the past less than a year.
Wait a minute, a fairly reasonable gun owner.
I said fairly recent.
Recent. Okay, let's not say reasonable because
we don't know about that.
But went to Target with a target. I mean, I'm just no. Actually, I've been shooting with Pedro, and I'm telling you, he's very responsible. And the thing is, I've only shot a handgun. Like, I've shot handguns, and since then, I shot shotguns and just crazy shit.
You shot an AR-15 too.
AR-15.
So here's the thing, man.
I'm good with a handgun.
But here's the thing, man. It's it's one of those things where, as a recent gun owner, I appreciate the access that I've gained to guns. But like you say, Shang, like I've tried to work hard, and I think I've expressed that to our audience and just the responsibility of gun ownership,
the weight of it,
and the need to train. I got clowned heavy at Redstone today. They were like, "Nigga, where you been?" And I'm like, "Well, I can't come up here and buy guns every week, motherfucker. That's not a job. That's not how you live. That's not how I pay rent." And they were like, "But what about training?" I was like, "Yeah, I do need to get to the range with you.
You need to get back on it." Yeah,
but so but training is important. And one thing I would be for, and I'm interested to see what Jonathan Solomon from Redstone thinks about this, is like, having to train to maybe gain better access to weapons, but at first, just Joe Blow off the street. Yeah, maybe you should have to go through a few things, because at this point, we just have too many people back to back to back who are mass shooting. This is an ex-employee, I guess, of FedEx, who, by the way, his own mother, along with other associates and friends and family, had called authorities about
a year ago. FBI talked to him.
When your mama calls the cops on you,
I love my baby, and my baby, I love him.
He crazy.
But that motherfucker is going to do something.
I think crazy. My baby's going crazy. So,
and by the way, it took me a long time because they don't have his picture plastered all over the place like they have a black person's plastered face all over the place. This is a man, Scott Hole. His last name is Hole, Hole. They already had interviewed him. They already had said that there's a problem with him, and yet didn't take some duct tape and stick this motherfucker to a wall. But I'm showing his picture. Yeah.
Wait. Who is that?
Scott. I saw. Hole. Yeah, you saw the one with the bow tie. You saw the picture with the bow tie. I did a search.
Well, I saw him in an interview as one of the employees who got away and lived.
No. I did a search, and that's his picture came up as.
No, he's not the killer, dog.
Okay, but you know what?
No, look, yeah.
He has a killer hairdo.
Queen Bee is saying that. No, he was one of the. I saw an interview with him, and
why did they have his picture? I said I did a search and said Indianapolis mass shooter. Indianapolis mass shooter picture. That's what came up.
That's not him.
Multiple times.
That's not him. I promise you.
Well,
yeah,
you know what?
I watched an interview with him and another employee. He was an employee. Come on, man.
He
was an employee who survived.
Savage AF apologizes for besmirching the name of Scott Hole.
And you got to look at
like Hole. I got to give you some clowning.
No,
anyway.
everybody's backing me up here. No,
was it the guy in the bow tie? Because why is it I can't find a fucking picture? Okay, I got the wrong.
I haven't seen a picture. I haven't seen a picture of the shooter either.
I did a search. I did a thorough search. I'm very thorough on the search. First off, people in the feed. I made a mistake, but not on this one. You know what? All it shows, I made a mistake. So guess what? Everybody kiss my ass.
Kiss my ass.
No, okay. He was a witness. Well, okay. I apologize for Scott Hole. Okay. Scott Hole didn't do it.
Yeah, no, he's a survivor. He's a witness.
In fact, they said the shooter's name was Scott Hole, and that's what they said. And I will pull the fucking article up and I will paste it in there. Yeah, I made a mistake. You know what? Don't ever watch the show again. God damn it. You know what? Enough of this bullshit. I can't. What?
Yeah, no, he was definitely a witness. I saw.
Oh yeah, I deleted his picture.
A live interview with him.
Hold up, everybody! I deleted his picture. Okay, Savage AF apologizes for besmirching the name of whoever this white dude is, and I'm sorry. And
white guys already have a bad enough rep right now.
Yeah,
he doesn't get that heat.
Okay, well, you know what? I am so
Rich
sorry.
Rich says the shooter's name is not Scott.
Okay, it said Scott Hole. Well, what's the shooter's name then, motherfuckers?
I haven't heard the shooter's name or seen a picture of him. You know, for me, it's not always so important.
It is important for us.
Like what their name is and who they are.
You know, it is. You know why I think it is important? I'm gonna tell you why it's important. It is important because the majority of people that are actually backing all this bullshit in the 40 fucking ton clips and all that other shit are primarily white folks. So every time you hear about a mass shooter, you cross your fingers and go, please be a no fan.
No. We can identify that. That's all good. But like in terms of like their specific name,
it's Brandon Scott. It was Brandon Scott Hole.
I'm also looking at Brandon Hole. We didn't turn this whole thing. Great Scott, this is turned into a whole.
Okay, the gunman name is Brandon Hole. I did a search and the picture came up. I apologize. That's which one. Sometime the internet can do
His name is Brandon Hole. The shooter is Brandon Hole.
It's Brandon Scott Hole. Bam. That I'm doing it. I got him in front of the fucking computer now. But
I might hate myself too if that was my name.
Okay, let's continue. Okay, look, I fucked up. He's 19 years old. He did it. I messed up. Okay, let's go to the next shit. The bottom line is obviously the dude had problems. The FBI already interviewed the motherfucker. They knew the situation. And a lot of times it's the double standard. I just sent this thing out where, this dude actually in Wyoming had a gun, threatened the cops, said he was going to kill the cops. Cop said, hey, guy, come on now, settle down. And then caught the cop's arm in the fucking window, drove off with the cop. Guess what? Not one hole in his ass. Not one hole other than his ass. The only hole he had in his ass was his asshole.
The one he was born with. Yeah.
Right. But other than that, nobody shoots him. Now, the reason I'm saying this is now in this situation, it's a little different. But primarily, if the FBI talked to him and thought he was a little bit of wackadoo, why didn't they keep tabs on this motherfucker? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know.
I don't know.
Now, now, everybody in the feed, come back at me with that, motherfuckers. Woo!
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. It's the problem is the way our shit works right now is you can't find the crazy shooters until they shoot a bunch of until they go crazy and shoot a bunch of motherfuckers. But by then, you've given them the guns. You've given them the guns and the ammo and the magazines with high capacity. and zero to little training, right? Like, I don't know. It's we do have to do something, in my opinion, to restrict access or monitor. I don't know. Like, there should be more training in it, man. Like, you should have to go to a Redstone firearm or a, accredited training program
facility where
you have to do it for a car, a helicopter, an airplane. Right. Drones at this point, I think you need a license for, right? Like,
right. So why not with a gun, which is the primary cause of a lot of deaths? So why not that? Why not? Why
we lead the world in gun death and violence.
And by the way, if we want to see more pictures of people having a good time and not being scared, or do we want to see more pictures like this? Because pretty much every other week or every other couple days, it just seems like this is what we're seeing. This is what we're seeing all the fucking time. So I don't know, man. I don't know. In fact, my SHANGRY, I'm going to touch a base on it, but I'm just saying, but I'm going the opposite direction now. I'm going old school, but I just feel like this is, when was this? A week ago or something? No, like 10 days ago. It's been.
So Queen Bee said he's white with zits all over his face and looks like a skinhead. That would be this FedEx shooter, I guess. No surprise there. We get it. We know what that is. But how do we limit access to people like that? Like, there's got to be a way. There has to be a way. And I think you have to, put people through actual training to own the type of weapons that America passes out.
Well,
the fully automatic and the 30, 40 round, 100 round magazines, like, that's, these.
Put it this way. If you come in to buy a gun and you're chewing your own nose, you shouldn't be able to buy a fucking gun. All right.
But that's obvious, right? Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that happens.
I'm sure they're like down in the South, like, hey man, we sell whatever, man. This is Walmart, man. We sell everything. What kind of gun you want? What kind of clip you want? I can get you one under the covers, where you can ask a bump stock on that bitch, and you could really rail on these fucking deers out there. So you never see that coming. Right. Come on, man.
Well, so here's the thing, that like the current screening process for the most part is like, if you don't have a record or whatever, it's basically like, middle school dating, where it's like, do you like me? Check yes, check no. Like, the forms are like, are you crazy? Check yes, check no.
Right. What I mean? And I had to send off certified.
Has anybody ever said you was crazy? Has the doctor ever said you was crazy?
Have you ever punched your girlfriend in the face, then punched your mother in the face?
Like I said, as long as you don't have a record, you can still be crazy and on your way to violent. But there's other than some check yes, check no boxes on some paper, there's nothing really screening you. And California is one of the more stringent states. Like the process I went through, I'm like, oh, well, this is pretty lenient for your average crazy motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Who hasn't exhibited yet.
Okay, so what's that? What you saying, man? I couldn't get one, and I did all the shit I'm supposed to do.
Like we said, if there isn't a record or any kind of past issue, if there is, clear it up.
Decades ago.
Hey, that's what a record is, nigga. It records what happened decades ago. Like,
I was happy. I'm like, Pedro's taking me to the gun shop. I'm gonna get me a gun. Whee! And when I say
don't ever sing gun songs on your way to the gun shop.
When I went to the gun shop,
that's the way to not get a gun. Like, I got a gun.
They gave me the.
Skirt.
And they handed me some paperwork and this shit, send this off and everything. And then if you come back, you're fine. And when I say I saw the letter, I was thinking, oh shit, they're going to say everything's cool. They said, put it this way. When the first two lines are in red, chances are probably won't be able to do what you want to do. And I was like, fuck it. Rollo said, hey man, I get you one from Arizona. So guess what the fuck? If I don't get this shit, plus I don't want to pay $7,000 to a fucking lawyer to go get this shit done. Hey, the way these crazy motherfuckers is acting out here, the way these rednecks and these crackers out there training in the fucking woods, biting trees and swimming with crocodiles and shit, guess what? I'm gonna get me one illegally, and I'm saying it on the fucking feed. What's up? I'm kidding. I'm a comedian. I'm allowed to say shit.
Yes. Jokes.
Jokes.
Hey, new material. Womp, womp, womp. Yanni Kisar is like, it's simple. Ban guns completely, period. Canada has more guns per capita, and this shit does not happen there. You guys are not ready to have them. So, yeah, man, that's what it is, bro. You know, I do believe that your average American should have to go through more training. If you're a you're a current or ex law enforcement or military, you know, there's a different standard for you, right? But there has to be some more of a standard that we go through
to stop them. And by the way, Kuchadamas, it was a long time ago with some dumb shit. And no, I'm fine. It's just I probably would shoot somebody at McDonald's if I don't get enough cheese on my Big Mac. You're right. Okay, you know what? You know what? I want to say this to everybody in the feed. Fuck you all for being so right.
Right.
Yeah, you know somebody's right. Well, whatever, man. Fuck you all.
Yeah.
I can't. You know what? I think that what I'm going to say, I'm going to expound on what Pedro says, but I'm going to take it even further. I think that not only you should definitely have to get a psychiatric background check to make sure that you haven't done no crazy shit. Like, oh shit, I was at the petting zoo and I just bit off a fucking goat's head. Yeah, maybe not. But also, once you get through that, you should still be mandatory training for a month every weekend. Proficiency. Make sure you know how to handle it. Make sure you know how to hold the gun. Make sure you know where to keep your finger, where your thumb, everything else. And after that you really, and Chris Rock joke, make bullets $5,000 each.
Oh, well, that's already happened. Okay. Like, I don't know. Motherfuckers out there sucking dick for ammo. Like they're literal, there's slogans like "will work for ammo." Ammo is not a cheap,
but it ain't
readily available. Like for the first time, I found slug shotgun 12 gauge right now. Like I finally have slug, which for those that don't know, like that's just like the shit when you want to blow the hinges off doors, slug, right? You want to take down a deer, buckshot, literally called buckshot. And then there's birdshot for birds. That's the shit that what's his name? Dick Cheney shot his friend in the face with buckshot.
Yeah.
And you kind of laugh that off and oh yeah, I'm ugly now. But whatever. You live. Buckshot's annoying. Birdshot's annoying. Buckshot is sloppy, and slug is like you have to be accurate, but it's going to put a donut hole through your fucking chest.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, okay, we're gonna move on soon. But I'm telling you because I know we're doing a quickie show here today. I just feel like these crazy motherfuckers seem to get access to guns constantly, and they're obviously they always say, "Well, he had mental issues. Well, he was mental." Black kid, you're a thug. Black kid, you're a criminal. Black kid, yeah, you know what? They're all animals, but these motherfuckers ain't animals. They're not animals, but we animals. Okay, all y'all suck out dicks.
Yeah,
all y'all just say that.
Oh yeah. Rich Gibbs said, what happens if someone passes all that and is trained well and then still shoots up something? That's
very good point.
But a few military guys have gone through that, ex police officers, things like that. So there are going to be those, maybe, one or two cases per 110,000 million, whatever, many cases. But in general, I think it's better to provide more and as much training as possible to your general gun ownership population rather than worrying about, oh, am I overtraining a bunch of mass shooters? Because the mass shooters are really rare and few and far between in terms of general gun ownership. True. But the reality is those people, none of them should have ever had guns. And we don't have any kind of true screening or monitoring process,
right?
That views it. And I do believe that as a gun owner now, and sort of avid one, and one who intends to keep training on it through the rest of my life, or as long as I'm able. That not everybody should have access to this so easily, and admittedly, even I should have gone through a greater process. but I'm putting myself through one.
No.
Because I recognize the responsibility.
I will co-sign.
But not everybody does that. You know what I'm saying? Like I've decided to put myself through that responsibility.
I will co-sign for Pedro. Pedro is actually doing it right. And guess what? I probably wouldn't have. And maybe Kuchinamas is right.
Thing just gonna be on the porch like who else want to fuck with Hollywood Code?
I'm telling you right now, I really did. I mean, especially did the pandemic where you have a lot of time to think. I thought about it like, I might end up shooting them.
Never should have. You know what, that motherfucker, I ain't never liked that motherfucker anyway.
Like, now that I think about ridiculous stuff, I'm like, maybe they shouldn't give me one. Or if they did give me one, I'm like, I can't believe these motherfuckers gave me this gun.
Oh shit.
And then I go, you don't mean to drive past your ex house when you first buy a gun, but you do. Yeah. Like,
by the way, I haven't done that yet, man.
But in your head, you be like, I just want to see how she doing. Yeah, bitch.
Make sure everybody's safe.
Make sure, oh, that's your new man. Yeah, it look like you. Okay.
All right. Well, speaking of getting back together, man. we kind of gotta fly through these next few topics, man, because I gotta go today, man. Shit.
Yeah.
Landline. All right.
Well, you know why I got a landline. My signal is garbage over here. But let's go on to the next one.
So you know what? So rising sun, that is the sort of symbol on the Japanese flag. And today, Joseph Robinette Biden, President of the United States, had his first formal diplomatic meeting with another head of state at the White House. Prime Minister Suga, and I don't know if it's Suga or Suga, but Suga.
It's Sugar.
But
the ladies call me Sugar.
There was a lot of talk about the sort of recommitment to the bonds and commitments between these two nations. And I thought it was significant because we do talk about China a lot. But if you watch this past week's episode of Last Week Tonight with John Oliver,
right?
They broke down the U.S. debt. And first of all, most of the United States debt is to domestic creditors. But even myself, I thought the United States was totally in debt to China.
But
we owe China about $1 trillion, which is about 5% of our total
our overall,
which is a good slice for one country to hold. But our largest creditor is actually Japan.
Right.
And I thought that was significant after seeing this story this weekend and then watching this union today and hearing the language that they spoke. I was like, okay, this is about getting right with our largest creditor, the biggest, most stable democratic economy,
right?
In democratic capitalistic economy in the East, in the Far East.
But Pedro, there was part of the meeting that you didn't see. They cut to the guy was like, "Bitch, better have my money."
Stop.
Bitch, better have my money. Oh, and I'm like, hey, I don't think he said that. I'm leaving now, bitches. I want my money.
You know what I think is great too is he had a woman as a translator.
Yeah.
So it's funny to be listening to a man's message to a woman's voice. I found that to be an interesting and cool
my Master Go, who was my judo teacher, he's Japanese, and he's and he would always tell me that that his women students were the most dedicated Because sometimes I'm like, man, I'm hurt. Fuck wrong with you. They didn't care if they was hurt, and they would still get up and say Hajime, and the motherfuckers would get out there and do the shit. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I think it is good.
They push babies out of their vaginas, so they're like, pain is relative. Pain is life.
Pain schmain. But you know what? I think part of the reason we believe it's China is because for 4 years, Trump pushed the narrative, China. It's China. It's always China. It's the China virus, and China did this. And I don't know why he does this all the time. And I don't mean to do this signal because that's actually something else for your frat. But, you know, he does this a lot. And I think China's kicking our ass, and it's always China. And he does that all the time. And the bottom line is that makes people think, oh, it's China, when in actuality, oh, it's Japan.
I mean, they're our biggest creditor.
Their biggest creditor, but you know what? We have a little bit more
foreign creditor.
Foreign creditor, right? But if you look at a lot of the debt that is basically America has caused, and I'm going to go there, the times when we were really, really deeply in debt was during Republican presidencies, and what caused the deficits to go up, believe it or not, everybody thinks it was everybody thinks it was Clinton. And actually, the deficit went up under Trump after Obama had equalized a few things off, and still wasn't straight.
In general, the Republicans cut taxes for the rich. Which means that the rich aren't putting in on this man.
Right.
They're not paying taxes to the government.
The top 1%. You got to think about it. When a company as big as Amazon, and I can't front because I'm on Amazon, so I can't, my specials on Amazon. But Amazon pays like nil pertaining to taxes. When you look at, even though it's a tragic, FedEx, and I can name on and on and on of companies, the top 1% do not pay. The top corporations have the lawyers and they have the accountants to get around paying anything. So I don't know. I think that the bottom line is at least Biden is reaching out and has some diplomacy compared to the orange cunt stick we had for 4 years, and also the obstructionist we had during the 8 years of Obama. Because every time he tried to do something right, and even when it came to on the national stage or the international stage, they would always say some negative shit. So Biden's staying low in the cut, having the conversation, starting the meetings, trying to get it going. I gave him props, and I mean, but he still is on my nerves with a few other things, but. Hey, I'm gonna give him props.
Yeah, after dropping a couple of weapons of mass destruction on 2 civilian cities in World War II, America and United States have come to an agreement. And basically it was, okay, you beat us up physically, we're gonna beat you economically. And I don't know if Japan ever said that out loud, but they were saying that's basically what occurred over the last, half century, in the 20th century. So, they owned a lot of New York during the 80s. And, it's just, this is, I think, a move where we see that they have won the economic game. We have to align ourselves with them constantly. They're going to be, there is this alliance now that must exist, and it did deteriorate during the Trump administration. So
the Trump administration, definitely
this is Biden get back to some normality in terms of diplomacy.
Well, you know what the thing is, people, you got to give him. People are going to give him shit because there are certain things. The fact that he said he's asking everybody for peace instead of addressing the situation that this cop did. He did ask for peace, and there's no room for looting, and there's no thing for looting. I get that. But at the same time, address the situation just as sternly as you would address the thing pertaining to looting. Address the fucking police are out of fucking hand too. So let's address that. But Biden at least is trying to add the work into being a president as opposed to calling people names, fighting with even though the progressives are always up his ass, he still don't fight with them all the fucking time. At least he tries to appease them or tries to work with them. Trump was just a dick the whole fucking time. Let's be real.
AJ Fitz said Trump was handed a surplus and fucked it up.
Yes, thank you. Yes.
And hold on, that's both familially, like from his father down to him, as well as nationally when he became president, right? Like he did what he did with his family, took his father's fortune and ran that shit into the dumps.
Yeah, he did.
Or the drumps.
He went back.
And then he took America's surplus and ran that right on.
Right. If you think about it, they said that he bankrupt the majority of the businesses that he had. He bankrupt the majority. Like, there's no gray area. Like, he had Trump steaks and the shit just went, phew. Trump Airlines, phew. Trump University, which he got sued for $25 million and lost and had to pay $25 million back. So we know what the situation is. And that's why I think you know what? I'm going to give another props to Biden. The motherfucker's keeping his head low and doing the fucking work. And you can say what you want. He an old man. What else the nigga got? He ain't got shit else. It ain't like he fucking. So he might as well do the business. It ain't like he taking his wife and been her over the fucking White House long on. Yeah, how you that?
He might be.
I doubt it.
He's been saucy lately, guys.
He's been a little saucy.
All right, man. So we do have to kind of rip through these last.
We're gonna rip through these last two, yeah.
And I'm gonna do mine real quick, but I'm gonna do it a little something like this.
Hey, it's your boy Black Pedro popping in, hey, with another popping to let you know what's popping.
Where's he at?
Hey, it's your boy Black Pedro with another popping to let you know what's popping.
You're right there.
Much like the meerkat that prowls the prairie unseen.
The meerkat. So meerkats prowl the prairie.
I really don't know, actually.
Meerkats don't prowl the prairie.
I don't know, bro. Right. What I'm saying is y'all can't really see me right now, but it is your boy Black Pedro with another pop-in to let you know what's popping, man. I love being so chameleon-like. I feel like Snake Eyes from G.I. Joe.
Wow. You see me now, you are definitely a ninja. You're the ninja of comedy, for sure.
All right, man. Speaking of ninjas, my ninjas, last night I decided to I was like, all right, man, you know, I'm just gonna check out one episode of them.
This one?
Speaking on Amazon Prime.
This movie?
No, not that one.
This one?
You're no. Like where they can find SHANGRY. No, not that one.
I know which one you're talking about.
You know, them, which is kind of like some seeming reverse or response or tied to Us. You know, like the
right. No, I saw it. I saw the trailer. It looks like Get Out mixed with. It looks like the way that the tone of it looks like that.
Whatever it is, I don't know if it's based on reality or just let's terrify niggas again. Lena Waithe is the exec producer. I think it's created by Little Marvin, which is a new name to me. It's remarkable work to the point that I said I'm going to watch one episode. I must have turned it on at about 10, 11 o'clock at night. I stayed up to about 6. I watched 7 episodes, and then
what the fuck is wrong with you?
And the only reason I didn't finish the season is because my Roku fucked up, and the Amazon Prime froze, and it wasn't even my Roku.
Why
it was like
watch so many at once.
I couldn't stop watching. I just couldn't stop watching it. I just could not stop watching it, and it is a story of a black family moving into Compton in the, I believe, 50s, after migrating from the South, after a tragic incident with their personal family. And yeah, bro. It seems okay. So what it is it seems like a hyperbolic, metaphorical expression of the aggression that Southern Black migrants faced when spreading out across America out of the South. And fuck you, Kuchadamas. I do not have AOL. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was the wind or whatever, man. My connection was fine for 7 hours, and then the shit gave out. I don't know what. But I see you clowning me, man. But it seems to be this hyperbolic representation of the aggression that Black people faced leaving the South and thinking that they were heading somewhere better, and realizing that it was no better where they were, in this new place, whether it was the North or the Northeast, Midwest, or out West. And so this focuses on Compton. And, we understand that all of these areas used to be white, and then, Black people migrated, and it's, that fucks up everything. Yeah, it's them. And this them will fuck the them. It's stressful to watch, but also amazing. And I couldn't stop. And the only reason I did is because of technical difficulties. But
it looked like a horror. It looks like almost horror related.
Oh, it's definitely
the trailer I saw.
A suspense. It's a suspense. Yeah, horror piece that is not gory per se, but more like tense and suspenseful, and racial, and it's period but timely and classic, and Queen Bee. There were goosebump moments for me. Creepy is a great word for it. Queen Bee. There you go. It will creep you the fuck out.
Well, you guys that want to see the movie, see the series, I don't suggest,
bro.
Well, no, I mean, I know what you're saying, but it's like, I don't suggest you watch 900 of them. No, I'm kidding. I did that before. I did that with a couple.
There are things that will.
I did that with
infuriate and fascinate.
I did that with Punisher. I did that with. I watched the whole motherfucker. I did that with the movie that I said I wasn't going to watch, which is Judas. Like 3 a.m. I watched it. But the one that's up for Academy Award right now.
Judas. Yeah. What is it? Judas and the Black Messiah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the Fred Hampton joint.
It is so hard to watch for me though, and I watched it.
It's a fantastic movie though.
Yeah,
it's performances.
Yeah,
but yeah. So this is one of those. If you want to frustrate yourself and creep yourself out about America, watch them. But I do say watch it. I kind of say that. That might not have been the hardest sell, but like I'm saying, it's one of those must-watch, hard-to-watch, highly entertaining, fascinating. God damn it! Why is America like this? Why do I have to live like this? Kind of thing.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what it is, y'all. That's Black Pedro's pop in for today, Shang.
I will definitely try to watch it when I'm
them.
All right. So mine is not is about them, but it's a different them. Oh my goodness. It's weird that we're talking about the same shit today, but I got to talk about it. The bottom line is America. I'm pro-gun, but I think we got too many, and I'm gonna keep it real. Americans are too gun crazy. They're too gun crazy. We got stockpiles of them. We got just gun after gun after gun after gun after gun after gun. People are laying in piles of guns. We got more guns than people almost. And yet right now, if you look at what happened with the mass shooting, another mass shooting, mass shootings are going up. This is was a thing from 2016. And I was trying to find one for 2021, but they still were compiling it because there's so many that we're having. Now, this was back then, and we have more now than before. Mass shootings are it's children killed. mass shootings are absolutely out of hand. I think we're turning into the motherfucking purge. That's what's happening right now. We're going to be the purge in a bit, where people are going to be in the streets. Now, I'm going to say something. I don't want you to know. People think that I'm not about having a gun, because I want a gun. But I'm telling you right now, oh yeah. And I won't drive past my ex's house all the time. But I'm saying,
this is the shit that's gonna keep you from getting a gun. They'll be like, and we brought up a clip, Your Honor.
Yeah, but I just feel like it's getting to the point where it's like, what is going on? I just feel like every time I see it, this shit, it's like over and over and over again. America keeps doing it to itself. We keep doing it. I think that if we got rid of guns, there's not going to be like mass punchings in the face. We're not going to have that. There ain't going to be a dude running down the street just punching motherfuckers in the face. Americans.
Spears might come back. Spears
might come back. But Americans are like that. And I'm not saying it. People always say, well, you're always saying it's white and black. Black people crazy as fuck. Don't get it twisted. We crazy as hell. We will bite your face. Niggas will stab
crazy. Crazy is a human condition.
Yeah, crazy is a human condition. Like, there are motherfuckers that'll stab you in the forehead with a fork. And I just feel like if we got rid of guns, we could just have a battle royal where we all just get out there and just, throw hands and nobody dies. You get a bunch of bloody noses, maybe a torn arm or a bruised rib, but then there wouldn't be anybody dead. And end of the day, I think that right now we got so many guns. Look at this, so many guns out there. Maybe we need to cut back a little bit, because I'm going to tell you right now, if you look at mass shooters and mass murderers, I'm just telling you, the majority of them are white. Okay.
Oh, yeah,
all right.
No
doubt. Majority of them are white, and black people get shit on the most, and we still don't snap and end up killing everybody at the motherfucking Denny's. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. So right now, I'm not saying all white people are crazy, but some of these kids are crazy. You can see they're crazy.
Quite enough.
You can see they're crazy. You can see them right off the bat. Why are we acting like we don't know that they nutty buddies? And this kid was already proven to be a nutty.
He's been doing it.
And look, Santa Claus did
lost his fucking mind. In the summer, Santa ain't got shit to do.
It's like, I ain't got no
nigga,
work.
We don't start making toys till October.
Yeah, what am I gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go get a gun and I'm gonna go to the fucking supermarket and kill a bunch of people. That's what I'm saying. I think maybe we need to not turn this shit into the purge. When I was looking for the different charts of 2021, because there's been a lot of shootings since 2021 and police brutality. We got too many motherfucking guns. Or either we slow down on the guns, or we ramp up on the training and prevention of giving guns to just anybody without having a license, which is coincidental. Again, this is the third time this week with coincidental, because the thing I wanted to talk about was make sure that people, just like you have to do all kind of hoops for other shit, the hoops I got to jump through $7,000 for a fucking attorney to go get a gun, or I can pay Rollo $1,000 and go get me a gun. Either way, but we need more fucking sanctions. We need more people. Fucking gun shows. You can go buy a fucking howitzer at a gun show if you want to.
Well, now you could buy
a fucking.
It's actually not in California. Like,
not in California.
In California, you still can't.
Not
like,
in California, but in fucking Birmingham, Alabama, you could do that shit. So, in conclusion, I want to say, and we're gonna close it out with this, is maybe we should cut back a little bit. I'm not saying that people don't have the right to have guns, but maybe cut back a little bit, because this shit with the mass shooting, and let's be real, getting out of hand.
Yeah, I think
I'm being sarcastic. It's been out of hand.
Next week we're gonna have a returning guest, California's only black gun dealer, federal firearms dealer, Jonathan Solomon from Redstone Firearms, to talk about all of these things, man. So a lot going on.
Talk about it. A lot going on. Now, we want you to have a good weekend. Listen, it's going to be. I'm gigging tonight. We'll see how that goes.
Kill it
with a bunch of people, and they got me closing. Pedro, that don't make no fucking sense. Why they got me fucking closing with all these? Liza Schlesinger, ain't she Liza Schlesinger? So, but yeah. So check it out. Make sure that you check us out. We'll be here Monday, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're going to do this very quickly. Boom, bam. Check us out on
Savage
podcast.
AF World.
Savage AF World on YouTube, and also make sure you check us out on all the podcast platforms. I almost didn't get it out there. I was about to say Donkey Punch again, but Pedro already said that this week. So can't really do that.
Watch out.
All right. So watch out now. So we will see you. Hey, y'all have a great weekend, and I hope to talk to y'all.
Damn it,
Monday.
I love you.
God damn it, I'd bend you over a pool table and act like you're Jodie Foster.
That was for the ladies in the audience.
That was for the ladies in the audience. We will see you then. Deuces.